Most AI content system on YouTube teach you the wrong layer. They show you the writing tool, the hook formula, the script generator from ChatGPT or Claude, but the writing isn't where content fails. It fails at three other different layers most creators and entrepreneurs skip entirely. I'm going to teach you the four-layer pipeline that actually makes content convert. Same framework I use to ship daily on multi-platforms while running a company. Signal, funnel, skills plus Claude, distribution. If your system is missing one of those four, you have a content hobby, not a content pipeline. I am Jun. I run AITopia, a AI CMO for B2B operators. I grew my own LinkedIn from 0 to 10K in 90 days, and now I am more than having K followers while running the company. And not only LinkedIn, I share on different platforms, but I have zero content team. And even I run community, our AI community that just passed over 1,600 members. If you want to learn AI in depth from those who know what matters, join our school community and live sessions back to how I run entire content pipeline without having hired anybody. The reason it works isn't the tools, it's the framework. And I want to show you these four different layers. The first one is layer one, I call signals. And signals is what's worth saying right now. It can be trends, it can be keywords, it can be community. Layer two, funnel, why you are saying it. Do you have understanding of funnel, like top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel? And layer three is the skills plus Claude. Claude becomes our core engine for running the company. And we love skills. Skills are portable ways to set up your workflows. And layer four, of course, distributions. Without distributing to multiple platforms, your reaches are limited. Let's break each layer down. Layer one, signal. Signal is the live information that makes content worth reading. Without it, every AI-generated post sounds like every other AI-generated post because everyone is pulling from the same training data. Four sources count as real signal in my experience. The first one is voice of customers, sales calls, support or DMs, customer interviews. And second thing is community listening, Reddit, Facebook groups, blogs, forums. Third, competitor intelligence. Love this part, how your competitors or your influencers talk about certain topics in certain timing. And lastly, search demand, like how people are asking in Google Trends, AEO, etc. Here's the entry-level version. What I would do is using Claude and Claude Cowork, you make a project, you drop in transcripts or a screenshot of Reddit threads or a documentation with your best TMs and somewhere scraped social content. Ask this, what are the three pains across the sales transcripts? What are the dominant complaints in this Reddit post, which you can cover for your services and businesses? Where are people asking for solutions that don't exist yet? That's entry point, but that's manual signal layer. Anyone with closed subscription can do this today. The production version I'll do is have agents that are scheduled to scan all of these signals and give you the best ones for you today so that you can talk the most important thing, most trending things to your audience. Either way, the principle is the same. Feed Claude live information from different sources. Without that, you're publishing in the dark. Layer two, well-designed funnel. This is the layer every AI content video skills, and it's the reason why their outputs don't convert. Most creators teach you hooks, they don't teach you the funnel intent. So you end up with 30 different TOF, top of the funnel post a month and zero BOF cases, so you can convert for new customers. Let me give you the mental model. Top of the funnel is hot takes, signals, pain points, Turing benchmarks. Basically, you are telling people you are existing and you know a lot about the niche. And middle of the funnel is where build trust. Step-by-step playbooks, behind-the-scene experiments, real data, system breakouts, metrics, that this part is hard to say without you actually having clients, having real examples, having dive into real things. So this one you can prove you actually can do the work. And bottom of the funnel is where conversion is happening. Case studies for your clients, lead magnets, or direct promotion or offers. And so move people one step forward for your purchase. You have to balance very well. But from our experience, you can have 50, 30, 20 each. And you can set up like this example content calendar too. Of course, you can ask Claude to do that. And this part is so important. This part is basically now you were having a lot of information, a lot of signals for new content. And now you know how to map the funnel. Even though, we bake everything into agents, but still you have to have the taste and intuitions from your experience. Now we're setting up the skills inside Claude to write different things. We have LinkedIn Viral Writer, and we have Carousel Creator, we have YouTube Script Editor, and we are having lead magnet generating for educational content. And we're having DM strategies where after we got connected in LinkedIn or different platforms, we start asking people to find out further intent of purchase. But either way, you need a voice DNA. That sounds exactly like you for different formats and different platforms. To show you the real examples, we have these 23 different skills under our AI CMO. We have SEO pipeline, we have client management, social listening for different platforms, social writers, and visual content and publishing and reports, all of them. And the first thing, like I said, is to set up voice DNA. And this is easy. What you need to do is paste your top 10 performing posts into Claude and what patterns do you see in how I write, and then have some iteration between you and Claude to see like what are the outputs, and after that save that as voicedna.amd file. And the other T for building skills is each skill is simply markdown and with a few hundred lines and very lightweight. The principle will be each skill should do one thing very well. Don't build like mega skills that does everything. Specialized skills produce much better outputs and much easier to maintain. You probably see some contents where they're sharing like 600 different skills to Bloatado. Top 1% of AI folks I saw, they're using minimum number of skills and still make a great outcomes. That's the real value. Now you are done. So let's go back to our diagram again. Layer 4, distribution. This is where most content systems quietly die. You've gathered the signal, you've designed the funnel intent, you've rendered it in voice with real angle. Now what? If the answer is, I'll post on LinkedIn and maybe Twitter, you've capped your reach at 10% of what's possible. The math in reality is your audience isn't on one platform. They've scattered across 5 to 6 platforms. Same idea performs differently per platform. Long form on LinkedIn, chained on Thread, hook first on X, visual on Instagram, scripts for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. If you don't share on multi-platforms, you're losing the chance of A/B testing for better performance and better data later. And cross-platform exposure compounds. Someone who sees on LinkedIn and Threads and YouTube books a call. Someone who sees you only one platform scattered scrolls past. So for these, the tool I use is Bloatado. One post up to 8 different platforms is scheduled in 90 seconds. You can share on LinkedIn, Threads, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, you name it. You just need to set up quickly like in 90 seconds in the app, and you can use that API key for sharing on all different platforms. The good thing is you can set this up inside Claude too. So the way I did it is first you create the API key and you can quickly set up go to Claude. I'll show you in the desktop and go to settings, and go to connectors. And here, like I said, you can add a custom connector and copy the name and the URL. And if you restart it, you're ready to go to use inside Claude. And the next thing is once you connect to all the accounts, now you can use directly inside the Claude. Actually, right before our video, I've shared one carousels for 3 different platforms. I've generated 11 slides for the carousels. And then first I ask here, I said, inside this folder, I said I have multiple slides that I want to share using Bloatado. It gives me public URLs that I can share on social media. And I said I only want to share on Facebook, TikTok, and again, within a few minutes, it said, except for LinkedIn, please try to share on those 3 platforms for me. And then it shows it was successfully published and it shows the URL so I can quickly check up. So that's how I will go to use the Bloatado for distribution. Highly recommend, especially if you're shy on publishing content. I was always hesitant to share on X, TikTok. Since I use Bloatado, I'm sharing like at least 2 or 3 contents every day. So for me, that's like a lot of increase in surface area from the same content. So today, I've shared multiple different layers for the content pipeline that sells. I've seen many creators and many entrepreneurs, even though they're putting a lot of hours and a lot of mental efforts every day, they couldn't make conversions. If that is your case, I want you to look at all of these different stages and which parts are missing. And if you want to learn more from me like this, not only sharing the free things, we're sharing paid courses. We set up an entire LinkedIn course for the same thing that I share now. And in addition to that, we are sharing the production and editing workflows that I actually use for my clients and some of the Claude skills that will be added a lot here, and even Claude OS that I'm going to share with you next week. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. See you in the next video.